We'll call the meeting to order, so we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item tonight is opportunity for questions and comments from the public. Anything? There being none, we need to approve the minutes from our previous meetings.
I move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next will be the treasurer's report.
The balance in the general fund as of February 28, 2025 is $5,597,844.04. For the most part, the expenditures in the general fund reflect normal activity for February. As of the end of the month, we have received 39.46% of budgeted revenue and have expended 14.18% of budget expenses. We continue to monitor our expenses as related to the winter storms and also our revenue as it is trending lower than previous years. For a more detailed presentation of our current financial position, I would refer you to your monthly booklet.
Do we have a motion, if anybody's brave enough?
I move to ratify the ACH electronic payments in the general fund in the amount of $5,192.14 and further move to authorize payment of same. I move to ratify the ACH electronic payments in the streetlight fund and the general fund in the amount of $3,265.38 and further move to authorize payment of same. I move to ratify the ACH electronic payments in the general fund and the solar energy fund in the amount of $10,052.16 and further move to authorize payment of same. I move to approve the list of checks in all funds in the amount of $1,489,468.35 and further move to authorize payment of same. I move to ratify the U.S. Bank credit card transactions for the month of February 2025 in the amount of $13,154.29. I move to ratify the check payment in the Horsham Township Charitable Foundation account in the amount of $2,275 and further move to authorize payment of same. That's the last one.
Outstanding. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next, we need to consider the results of the grass cutting bids.
We did have our bid opening. This is a 2-year contract. We had 4 grass companies bid on 5 different alternates. For alternate 1, the low bidder is lowest responsible bidder is M&M Lawn Care East in the amount of $46,764. Alternate number 2, the lowest responsible bidder is M&M Lawn Care East again at $48,996. Alternate number 3, the lowest responsible bidder is Cancer Fighting Lawn Care at $22,000. Alternate number 4, the lowest responsible bidder is Cancer Fighting Lawn Care at $98,000.40. And alternate number 5, the lowest responsible bidder is Cancer Fighting Lawn Care for $20,000.39. Those are the recommended bidders, lowest responsible bidders for your consideration for each of the alternatives this evening.
I just had a quick question before we move. Are these all new providers than what we've had in the past, or just one is new? Okay. I know that there had been some calls about some areas that weren't getting mowed, so I was just going to ask, that we continue to check on those, or if those are new areas, et cetera, or new providers for those areas.
Yeah, as Mr. Haggerty just mentioned, only one is new, but 3 have been previous bidders.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The ones who are getting
M&M Lawn Care East is new.
new. Okay.
Sorry. M&M Lawn Care East has been a past contractor of ours. Cancer Fighting Lawn Care is new.
Yeah, I know, there was the section of Chestnut, the grass behind Chestnut that wasn't getting done that we had residents complain about. I don't know the parks too, Ellen, I remember a conversation there. So just ensuring that with these new folks that those continue to, be paid attention and et cetera.
We will make sure.
All right. If there's nothing else, do we have a motion?
I move to award the grass cutting bid alternate number 1 for 2025 and 2026 to M&M Lawn Care East in the amount of $46,764 and hereby authorize execution of the contract for same. I move to award the grass cutting bid alternate number 2 for 2025 and 2026 to M&M Lawn Care East in the amount of $48,996 and hereby authorize execution of the contract for same. I move to award the grass cutting bid alternate number 3 for 2025 and 2026 to Cancer Fighting Lawn Care in the amount of $22,000 and hereby authorize execution of the contract for same. I move to award the grass cutting bid alternate number 4 for 2025 and 2026 to Cancer Fighting Lawn Care in the amount of $98,000.40 and hereby authorize execution of the contract for same. I move to award the grass cutting bid alternate number 5 for 2025 and 2026 to Cancer Fighting Lawn Care in the amount of $20,000.39 and hereby authorize execution of the contract for same.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Next, we need to award a fireworks agreement for our Horsham fireworks.
As you know, we're not having Horsham Day this year, but we are having a fireworks show that same evening on Saturday, June 7th. So in front of you for your consideration this evening are 2 agreements. One from Celebration Fireworks, which is the firework company we've used for probably over 15 years for Horsham Day. Their contract amount, and we did increase the time and the intensity of the show, is for $23,950. And also Star Flight Drone Shows, LLC, in the amount of $9,845. So we've, since we're not having our normal typical Horsham Day, Mr. Haggerty is working towards making this display something special for this year. So these are your 2 agreements to consider tonight so we can get them booked for June 7th. None of, by the way, just to add, none of the money for either show is tax money. We either raise it through donations or we use money from our Park and Rec Fund, which is from our programs that we have.
This is will the drone show be first and then followed by the fireworks show?
You have to come and see.
How long is this show going to last?
It's a surprise.
All right, no further questions?
We could tell you in
Do we have a
executive session.
motion?
I move to authorize the agreement with Celebration Fireworks Incorporated in the amount of $23,950 for a firework display, and with Star Flight Drone Shows, LLC, in the amount of $9,845 for the Horsham Fireworks Show on June 7th, 2025.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. With no further business, I need to announce that our next Horsham Township Council meeting will be on Monday, March the 24th at 7 p.m. in this auditorium, and meeting adjourned.